Hey guys, this is ZonalFear bringing you a live gameplay commentary of Counter-Strike Go. It's been a while since I played Counter-Strike Go, so you'll have to bear with me, or any Counter-Strike of that sort actually. I originally started playing Counter-Strike around the 1.5 mark, just before it moved on to the Steam platform, which at the time absolutely everyone hated. It's amazing how times change and now everyone loves Steam, but I remember the sort of backlash that that Counter-Strike being forced to use Steam actually created amongst the Counter-Strike community. Anyway, I'm using the AK47 here. It's a classic Counter-Strike weapon, and it's going to be interesting to see how I actually perform with it. It's been a while since I played any sort of game like this, and I bet my reflexes are a little bit rusty now because it's been so long. It's probably been about, I don't know, about 8 years since I seriously played Counter-Strike, and I've had the odd go of it here and there, but my reflexes just aren't what they used to be. Nowhere near what they used to be. And most of you guys will be like, hey, what are you on about? There's no way that you've been playing that long. Well, I have. Unfortunately for me to say, I'm 27. I know I don't sound it in my commentaries, but I'm 27, so I've been playing games for a while now, and it's only sort of like when you sit back and go, wow, am I really that old? That you sort of realise how long you've actually been doing it. So I'm not expecting miracles. Oh, come on, I should have taken that guy down though. I'm not expecting miracles. I'm playing the new deathmatch mode that is just released for CSGO, and it's quite fun. It's something that I probably am going to be looking into putting a bit more time into. It looks like team versus team, but it's not. It's every individual player for himself. And the only sort of, the only difference between it is that you have a team that you don't have to fight. If I had to fight all the guys in the match, that'd be pretty hard. So they've kind of done it so that you are on a team, but you're not actually playing as part of a team. The person with the highest points at the end of the round wins. And that's how it goes. So with the AK-47, one of the good things about this weapon is it's very powerful, but the recoil is just insane. You can't really control it very well. There seems to be a lot of sort of Desert Eagle usage as well in the game right now, which, having a look at it, appears to be because the Desert Eagle only requires 2 body shots to actually kill a player, which doesn't quite seem right, especially when so many people are running around with a Desert Eagle. I have the Desert Eagle here, but that's because I came with it. I didn't actually go out of my way to buy it, whereas a lot of these guys are just sort of running around with the Deagle as a primary weapon. See, I'm getting killed a lot by Deagles at the moment, and it's not that funny. I tend to use the AK-47 more. I don't know, it just feels right. Maybe it's because I use the AK-47 so much in the Counter-Strike 1.5 that I've just got used to it now. Old habits die hard. I haven't played as much CSGO as I should have, and it kind of shows in my sort of reaction time for the game. There's a guy coming around here. I'm sure he'll get me. No, he won't. Some dude came along and took him down for me. This guy's using a Deagle. Yes, maybe I should just use a Deagle. Be a cool kid. Yes. Fuck's sake. How? It's odd that I only did 20 damage to him when my aiming reticule was right on him all the way. See, another Deagle player. You can tell by the massive amount of damage that they actually do in a single shot. See, 311 damage in one hit. It's insane. I don't remember the Deagle ever being this sort of overpowered, to be honest. It wouldn't be the first weapon that I'd choose to run around with in Counter-Strike, that's for sure. But right now, a lot of people seem to be using it, and there's got to be a reason behind that. Yeah. Robbed of 2 kills, cheers bro. Yeah. See, I only really use it as a secondary sort of weapon. Like a backup weapon when I'm halfway through reloading, or I'm doing that force a habit quick switch, which I don't know why I do it. You just sort of like tap on Q constantly, and it's rather odd. Come on. I find that I'm always constantly pressing Q when I'm not really doing an awful lot. There's a guy up there. Let's try and No, no good. See, I'd rather be killed by an automatic weapon than a deagle right now. That says something. I'd rather not be killed at all, of course. But if I had to go because of a weapon, I'd rather it be a deagle. Automatic weapon rather. See you poking your head up here, bro. Nope. Not a single fuck was given that day. Yeah, my aim is absolutely shocking these days. Oh, an AWP. I'll try using this. I never really used the AWP as, well, when I used to play Counter-Strike. And that's because, basically, I sort of suck at aiming. I'm not very good with aiming with the AWP. So, yeah. And that's how you basically win a game. Guy using the deagle won the game. So I never really used the, see, deagle win, eagle win. So it's kind of not just me that's sort of picking up on the imbalance of the deagle right now. So there must be something amiss with it. 2 body shots for a kill. Yeah, basically you get 7 sort of like rounds in a magazine. And as long as you hit 2, you basically guaranteed a kill. Which, I don't like the idea of, really. Match starting. I like the old classic Counter-Strike maps. D-Train is classic. A lot of the maps are classic. They're sort of, regardless of what Valve does to them in sort of updates or new games like Counter-Strike Source, they always look the same. And it's kind of like being home when you actually get onto these maps. They just have a certain familiarity about them. So even though I've not played it in years, I still know the maps off by hand. Like the back of my hand. Because I played so much of them in the past and they look so similar that you can't really not know what you're doing. 2 guys there. Oh, 3 guys there. No, I'm not going to get him. Run away! I don't often run away, but that guy had me. Where is he? What? Okay, I got killed by a bot. That's slightly embarrassing. When there aren't enough players to cover all the player slots... shite. What the Counter-Strike Go will do is actually add bots to it. I don't like bots being added to multiplayer game modes because it's not really much of a challenge. Come on. It's not as much of a challenge as playing against a human player. Bots also don't really make mistakes and they have that super aimbot like accuracy. Which is why I also prefer playing against real players and sort of like, leaving them on 5 health, that's always fun. I enjoy that. This is a problem with constantly quick switching like I do all the time. I just get caught out all the time by guys who have their sort of finger on the trigger. Overall though, I do like CSGO. It's very good. Not as many people seem fond of it though as the very old Counter-Strike, and I'm trying to work out why that is. Although I've not really played it enough to sort of know, to be fair. There you go, I'm sort of shooting my own bro there. Taking one for the team. I'm not sure why that is. I think CSGO is quite a good game. It's very fast paced. So it's not the sort of game that you really sort of dig time into. But it can also be quite tactical as well. I hate shotguns. I like shotguns on every other game, but CSGO I'm not so fond of shotguns. We're not friends. There's one shotgun on here, the XM1014, which I constantly seem to be getting killed by. It drives me insane. I always say though that if a guy's actually able to kill you with a shotgun... wow, that is humiliating. If you... On the sort of top left corner there, where it says knife, if you get a kill with that weapon, then what happens is you get bonus points towards winning the game. I have no chance of winning the game as it is, so it's not something that I'm going for really. But it changes quite frequently. Tech 9 sucks. Yeah, I knew you were waiting there, bro. I have got quite a few sort of nice kills with this Tech 9 now, come to think of it. It's single shot. Another Deagle. Oh man. It's single shot, but it does seem to pack quite a bit of damage. I just need to sort of get used to aiming slightly higher than what I do these days. I'm being shot at? No, I'm not. I can just... Ah, yes I am. Yes! 162 damage is insane. The PP Bison, or PP19 I think it's called in other games. Not really fond of that weapon. I don't think it's... well, it's got a huge clip, so if you're one of them spraying prey dudes, then this one's right up your street. I just don't sort of like it really. Some dudes. Where are they? Ah, coming through now. Just gotta look down. Using the Deagle like a champ. No, I can't find him now. Ah! Hit the corner firing. 74 damage. That seems to be a recurring theme with the Deagle. Maybe it does 74 damage per body shot, because that's all I seem to take when I'm hitting the body on sort of like lower than... Ah! Oh! Say another Deagle kill. Damn it. Maybe I need to go around with the Deagle. Deagle, thank you. Let's see how cool I am now. I often don't use sort of like overpowered weapons in games. I sort of like used to have it as a kind of ethos of mine, if you like. Oh man. But I've kind of came round to the conclusion that other people are going to use this against me, and they're not going to give two craps about it. So I've sort of changed my position on using overpowered weaponry, or yeah, basically overpowered weaponry, from not using them because it was a bit cheap to not really caring now because everyone else is going to use them anyway. I'm pretty certain the guy in first place is rocking a Deagle, as am I now. It's just if you don't use them, other people are going to use them. Ah, and this guy's good. So like... Oh. See, this is why I don't use the AWP. I'm a terrible shot with it. I don't like the fact that, as well, it's sort of... You got to kind of zoom in once, then zoom in again. Come on. Oh. No way. Okay, I did kind of spray for days there. It wasn't my intention, but there were two of them. Oh, what? The spawns could use some changing. That wasn't awfully cool. I don't like spawning into death. That's quite irritating. Every time I turn around this corner on this map, I seem to take a shot from somewhere. Get knifed. Yeah, I spawned here a second ago and just sort of got owned. Ah, lame. I remember you from last time. Oh, there you go. See, 6 health, but I bet my next death will come from a Deagle and do 74 damage. Nope. Okay, I was wrong. This is not a great weapon. What? Oh yeah. Try the Galil. I can't remember this being in Counter-Strike, but it could be my memory. Ah, there's a guy shooting behind me as well. I don't understand how these guys get more hits on me than I do them in the same amount of time, because my reticule was red on them. It's a bit odd. Like that, there we go. That's more like it. Elite boss skills. Nah. I have my moments on this game where I kind of like go back to how okay I used to be at the game, and then I kind of blow it by reloading in the middle of a firefight or something like that. Tech 9. Around this corner. Shame. Absolute shame. I spray for days like that and finally get a kill on like the last bullet. For shame. Knife. Like I'm going to be able to kill anyone with a knife in this game. Yes. Not much gunfire though. That'd have been a great opportunity to like come across 7 or 8 of them.
Nice shot, nice shot.
One guy down there. There he is. I play this game at sort of high settings at 1050p. So it looks nice enough and it runs real smooth as well, which is absolutely important for a game like this. If the game doesn't run smooth, then you can't really play it competitively. Whereas this game pretty much gets a solid 60 frames a second. I have an option in the settings turned on so that it basically limits it to 60 frames a second, because my monitor can only display 60 frames a second, so there's no point. Oh, what? Hiding behind... Oh, did I get him? I did. I had thought he was... No, you don't. Knife fight, bitch. Come on. Ah, he got me. I like that. Every now and again you sort of like have a good moment where some guy wants to play knife fight with you, and that time I was game for that. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed watching this Counter-Strike Go live commentary. I shall try and do better next time. Until next time guys, take care.